Hi there, welcome to a special edition of Coins, Currency, and Collectibles here in Toccoa, Georgia. This is January 2024. Today I'm going to do a video on a very old coin. I do not have a lot of knowledge on this coin, however, I did gather information from the owners of the store who are a lot more knowledgeable than I am, Bobbi, and so I do want to give you that. I got Providence records for this coin as well, and so you can actually see. But the coin I'm talking about is pine tree coinage made from 1667 to 1682. The coin you're looking at today is dated 1652, but it was made between 1967 and 1682. Now, why is that? Well, the king sort of controlled the coinage, what was to be made. He gave the approval on the coins, things of that nature. And they needed coinage during those years of 1667, 1682, but it had to be approved by the king or whether he would go for it. There's more to the story than what I'm just saying right now. But the previous king, I think, was executed in 1651. So in 1652, when this coin was stamped, there was no king in power. So you didn't need approval of the king because there was no king to seek approval for. So even though this coin has a 1652 date on it, they stamped a whole bunch of them at 1652, even though they weren't made in 1652. They made them in between around 1667 to 1682. It was a way of producing more coinage, sort of like a little sneak attack underneath the king's nose, where he would see the date and he wouldn't recognize it was a current stamp. It wasn't currently made, so they stamped an older date on it, a whole bunch in that 1652, because there was no king in power then, so they didn't have to seek approval of the king, so they stamped them 1652, so the current king would more or less wouldn't think that it was a coin that was currently printed during his reign. And so it was a way of making this coin without seeking the king's approval. That's it in a gist. Now, I know I'm leaving out details. I know that those of you who are watching will be able to find holes in my argument. I'm just giving you a little bit that I know that I studied, and they stamped a whole bunch of them with the 1652 date on it, even though technically they weren't really made in 1652. And the price guides will bear that out, and I'm going to show you what it says in the price guide concerning this coin. So let me flip it around. If you notice, pine tree coinage right there. You notice the dates, 1667 to 1682, and lo behold, here goes one stamp, 1652, just what I'm talking about. But if you notice the date underneath the coin in this price guide, it says 1667 to 1674 is when this particular one was stamped, or when it was created, but not stamped. They put a 1652 date on there. Now, if you look to the right, it looks like there's a pine tree one, and the one we have is a pine tree, which is the one to the right of the one dated 1652. So they had oak trees, they had pine trees, and so they had different ones. And so this book speaks of that in the price guide. Now, what about this coin? Where do we get this coin from? Well, the coin was actually right here. It's a 1652 pine tree shilling. It's listed between fine and very fine, and this is how this book was attributed. This comes with the coin if you decide to purchase this coin. This came with it when we bought it, and if you flip it over, you can see this was the actual holder you used when it was auctioned off. It was at Christie's on February 7th, 1989, lot number 1058. And the man who sold us this coin is friends with our store owner, and we bought it from him, and as well as other coins as well. And so I just want to let you know, we're going to go over his name. His name's Larry Briggs. For those of you who are in the coin industry, you'll know Larry Briggs, and we'll touch on Larry Briggs in a little bit, who we got the coin off of. And here goes the coin holder that it came in. The coin holder says very fine plus, but it's fine to very fine. I just want to show you that, what the coin comes to, what it came in. And like I said, the coin that we purchased off is Larry Briggs. Now, who is Larry Briggs? Larry Briggs was listed in this Coin World magazine of 100 most influential people in numismatics. And so we turn the page here, and you see it has the 100 most influential people in the coin business. And if we turn the page, you will see Larry Briggs right here. This is Larry right here. He came into our store. He came to our coin show. He talked with our owner, Bobbi. They are friends, and he sold her this coin and some others that she bought off of him. So you see that it's not graded, and neither was it when we got it from Larry Briggs. And so this coin has a nice lineage of where it was at, what auction it came out of. I assume whatever, I don't know whether he bought it off the auction or bought it off of somebody else who bought it from the Christie's auction. But Larry Briggs is the one that sold it to us. And here's the guy right here, the most influential people in this Coin World magazine. So now we're going to take a closer look at this coin. And this is a silver coin. And here is the 1652 Pine Tree Shilling coin. I got my gloves on here because I don't want to get any kind of marks on it or oils from my hand. Very rare coin. If you are interested in this coin and want to know more about it, you can call Bobbi. I'll leave her number at the end of this video so you can call her and ask. But this is a very nice coin. We'll look it over on the back. There goes the pine tree. I'm sorry, let me get a hold of this. This coin is thin. You can see it's rare. These are something that you don't see every day. You can see how thin that coin is. It's almost like a little thin silver wafer. Trying to show this a little bit different angle. Forgive me with the movements. Trying to hold the phone, got gloves on, so it makes handling a little bit more difficult, but I do want to show you this beautiful coin, a real collector's piece, something that you rarely see. Like I said, it's made somewhere around that 1667 forward date, but like I said, they stamped a bunch of them to get under the nose of the king to pull it off, because they didn't need his approval if he saw a 1652 date in there, because there was no king reigning in 1652, so there was no permission needed, even though it was made during the reign when the king was in power. This is just a really beautiful coin. Like I said, we got a good history on this coin right here. It came from good sources, this coin. We guarantee this coin's authenticity. For those who purchase this coin, you're welcome to send it to get graded. It has the lot number. I imagine you could probably research this auction as well. And going back to here, you can see So if you are interested in this coin, you may call Bobbi at this number here and ask her more about it. We also have other coins in this time frame. We have several. And we had a good customer of ours, Dan, to come in the store today. He said, hey, do a video on this coin. So I decided to take Dan up on his offer. He was in the store. He was familiar with this coin. To be honest with you, I was not. So I learned things from Dan. I learned things from Bobbi as well, and her husband. So they all been a great help in trying to get this video together. I'm probably not doing it justice with the description I gave because I only know so much. But those of you who are familiar with this type of coinage, you will know what I'm talking about. And you would know more than me, and you know about this coin. But yeah, this is just a beautiful, beautiful coin right here. To see something in this, you know, in the 1600s is amazing enough as it is. But yes, this is a very unique piece. When you flip it over one more time so you can see, I'll turn it around. I want to let you see it at different angles. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, like this video, comment it, give information, because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to see this video and they're going to read the comments and whatever. And the more they can learn about the coin, the better it is for our viewers, the better it is for potential buyers. We want to help the collecting community as much as we can. For those of you who are well versed in this area, feel free to comment. Feel free to, you know, jot down in your comments more history about the coin if you know more about it. But I just want to thank you all for viewing. Don't forget to recommend us, thumbs up. We appreciate you guys. We love you for tuning in. Thank you very much, and let's spread the good news and keep the hobby alive and going. This is Rodney, your host for today's video, and may God bless. Bye-bye.